I've never like been to like a ritual show before or like somewhere where you like bring an altar. And I was like, what do you bring? Is it like, what's the bringing plates of an altar show, you know? Like, you know, when you go to a party and you're gonna bring something, you bring plates, and they're like, oh my God, thank you so much. We didn't have plates. I didn't even think about plates. I told my husband to get plates. He didn't get plates. And like, you're a hero for bringing plates, but like, what's the plate of an altar? And so I was trying to think about it. I was like, obviously crystals they'll have, right? For sure I don't bring crystals. That's like bringing the Miller Lite. Like, we have enough, put it in the back, you know? It's definitely not crystals. I was like, I started my period today, maybe a used tampon. I was like, those freaks will love that. They want me to pull the tampon out. That's what ritual is all about. I didn't see Coco, but like, is this a set from it? From the movie Coco? I didn't see it, but I'm feeling like, or like at least, what's her name? The one who steals stuff sometimes? She's in the show. Winona Ryder. Like, Winona Ryder will be able to contact her son. Coco. Those are the same thing, right? What else? Was that all of the riffing I wanted to do up top? You guys are cool. Maura was just, in her interview, she was like talking, having like a really real response to something, and she was like, I'm an artist and I'm a depressed person, so I think a lot about, and like I thought for sure she was gonna say myself, and I was like, yes, and then she was like, depression. I was like, oh, whatever. Finally, something I can connect to. I did want to do a little bit about love and work. I will actually touch on the themes I wanted to talk to you guys tonight. This is, okay, I was not planning on talking about this actually, or saying it like in this way, but I think that I'm in love with my boyfriend and I don't know how to tell him. Like, it's really hard to tell someone that you love them. And like, it's weird because I've like been in love before, but this feels different, and so it feels like there's more pressure because I usually date like losers. Like, I have a tradition of dating losers. It's part of my ritual in dating. And so it's just really weird to be dating someone who like, it just feels like there's more pressure on saying that you love someone. Like, in the past, so I've been living in LA for about 4 years now. I've made it almost. Isn't that almost making it? Like, if you last 4 years, okay, whatever. You guys are probably, you guys have high standards for making it. I've been here for almost 4 years. I've dated around in LA, and it's definitely a barren landscape for dating. It's a Mars type situation out here. And I'm not the only stand-up saying it. We're all sad about it. And it's weird. Like, I dated this one guy out here when I first moved out here who was actually an orphan when we started dating. His mom had passed away, and his dad when he was like 1, and then his dad had passed away the year before we started dating. And it was really crazy because there were so many things about like his experience that I was never going to be able to understand. Like, where does his Netflix account come from? And it was weird. Like, we were like having an okay time, I guess, dating. It was a little rocky. And then I had to break up with him. I felt so bad. You know, he obviously had abandonment issues already. So it was like another thing. And I felt bad about breaking up with him, but he turned into a DJ while we were dating. he just called me one day and he was like, yeah, I've just been making beats all day. And I was like, excuse me? And it was weird for me because I was like, what is it about me that makes you think you can turn into a DJ and I'm not gonna leave you? I need to look at myself. I need to dress differently. I am attracting something that I don't. So we broke up, and then I started dating a girl. I was dating a woman for a little while. Please hold your applause. I know you all have tried it in this room. And I was seeing a woman for a while, and at first it was really awesome. Like even on our first date, at one point, she was like, I know this seems really quick, but like, I think that I love you. And I was like, oh my God, someone who finally understands me. Like, I love me too. Let's do this thing. Jumped right into it. Didn't start off on the best. I mean, it was good. You know, the thing is that I had seen women previously. I mean, I did go to college, but so it wasn't like my first time or something. But you know, dating a woman is like a lot of. I guess I just didn't realize like. I never understood why women faked orgasms, like heterosexual women. Like, I'd never understood it. Like, my friends would be like, yeah, I mean, I, like, kind of come. I'm like, do you really? And like, no, I just kind of fake it for him. And I was like, I don't, like, understand that. Like, he does not care. Like, pretty sure he doesn't. So why are you doing that? And then I started seeing a girl, but, like, at the same time, I still had a job. And I would come home, and I'd just be tired. And it's just, like, so much work to make her come, and I'd be like, fake it for me once, please, baby. Do it as a gift, like, just pretend like you're having a good time. One time, I swear, I went down there, and I woke up in the morning. I was down there all night. What I really started to miss is like, this is going to sound weird in the Me Too times, but what I really started to miss is like non-consensual sex, which I don't mean like the bad kind, like the R kind. I don't mean that for sure, but I mean like when you're drunk and like your partner is like, please, baby, and you're like, fine, I'll go to bed without underwear on, but like, just like, I'm not involved in this. Like, clean up when you're done. I'm going to bed. Like, I started to miss that a little bit, you know? Our sex life was having a little bit of a rough patch, and she was like, what kind of things are you into? Like, let's mix it up. And I was like, I'm into, like, Silicon Valley and vaping. How do we get those things involved? So we went to Palm Springs to fix ourselves, as all good lesbian couples will. And she made a fire, and we were staring up at the moon. It was a full moon. We were staring up at the moon. And she looks up at the moon. She's like, so what kind of things do you think happen on the dark side of the moon? And I was like, I didn't grow up with rock. Is this an album? What are we talking about? And she was like, no, like, what kind of alien activity do you think's happening on the dark side of the moon? I was like, I am trying so hard to love you right now. Like, I'm into conspiracy theorists now. Like, DJs, conspiracy theorists. Like, what else? I got home and I called my friend and I was like, do you believe in aliens? And she was like, I mean, I guess. Probably the gray ones. Maybe not the... I was like, stop. What is happening? I will say this about conspiracies, though, is I feel like we're totally off track. Because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but crows are getting bigger. And you won't hear about that on the news. When I was little, I thought they were big, and I was scared of them, but I'm big now, and they're still the size of me. I, like, wrote that because I'm scared of crows. And then I told it as a joke one time, and this woman came up to me afterwards, and she was like, "Oh, I'm a scientist. I study birds. Crows are getting bigger. Bye." I was like, "Wait, why?" She was like, "We don't know." We don't have any idea. This is a nightmare. How long have I been up here? Oh my God, I'm doing it, you guys. So the other thing is I'm from Vermont. I am mixed race, and I'm from Vermont. And I don't know like what it is about me, but I think it's just that I'm from Vermont. Hopefully it's not other things as well, but everyone wants to still talk to me about Bernie Sanders. They're like on my dick about Bernie Sanders. And like he's great, like it's like so just very hard for me to love him because I already knew about him. You know when you like were already on to something and then someone's like, "Oh my God, did you know about Adidas?" And you're like, "Yes, dude. I fucking even don't. I'm on Birkenstocks now. Jesus." Bernie was just a weird one for me because I was like, "He's still alive? What the hell? Oh my God." But people are so into, and I get it. I do. I understand why white people, 100% I know why white people were into him. Because they were like, "We still got it! Yeah!" But black people I'll never understand because I'm from Vermont and like there just are no black people there. There just aren't any. And so there's like so little proof that he would be good for black people as a president. And like Vermont is so white. When I was growing up, my mom and I were on the cover of the newspaper for celebrating Kwanzaa. We were front page news. They were like, "Look at these black people celebrating their heritage." Who taught them to do that? Vermont is so white that when I saw the movie Get Out, I was like, I don't get it. These are just scenes from my childhood. Vermont is so white that when I was growing up, I always had to play Scary Spice with my friends. And I know that one, you're like, okay, I get it. But that's not fair because 9-year-old Hannah Bach-Brownstein did not look like Ginger Spice, and why am I the only one using my imagination? You know? And like people get mad at me when I bring up Bernie, people's like, "Oh, we love him," and I get it because like this administration has like been a complete nightmare. Because last year I finally learned out how to do my hair, and no one wants to talk about it. They're like, "Trump, Trump, 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 Trump." My whole Facebook feed is about Trump. I'm like, I have curly bangs. Pay attention to me. When people were like, "Oh, I can't believe the white women voted for Trump." I've never trusted white women. I'll tell you why. White women will never tell you when your hair is fucked up. The other day I went to the bathroom. I was at work in the middle of the day. I went to the bathroom and I looked in the mirror and it looked like I had been 13 years a slave. That's one more year than the movie. I looked like Addie, the American Girl doll, before they taught her to read. It was bad. It was a bad day. And I went back out I sit across from someone. She looks right in my face. I was like, "Nina, why didn't you tell me about my hair?" And she's like, "I love when it's crazy and curly." I was like, "It's frizzy, bitch. There's a difference and you know that." All right, guys, I'm Ellington. Thank you so much for coming out. I had a great time. This is an amazing show. Thank you so much.